she gave me some stuff too, which is very nice. Got me a battle axe, which is actually really good. I'm gonna equip that right away. Switch to Aileron, slap in that battle axe. And then she also gave me some armor, is it? Scale armor. -3 dexterity, -5 stealth. Leather armor is -1. This gets you 2 extra protection. Large shield, small shield, Bowden. Key. And then for him, we will take the Traherm sword. And then, does she have the hafted skill? No, she has pole and sword. Poles are staves, which she currently has equipped. He gave me a piece of equipment that she already has, which is dumb. But she can also use swords. So this is 40. This is 40. Staff is 45 and 2. This is 40 and 3. I'll probably just leave that as it is. And then what skills does she have? She has sword 1 and thrown 2. She also has sleep 3. But that means she can equip this rope that I picked up, since that boosts thief skill. And so now she's got thief 5, 3 plus 2. Very nice, very nice. I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, the reason I spent so much time worrying about that stupid hat is that way back in the beginning is because helmets are actually really hard to come by in this game. I'm probably going to be wearing that hat for a long time because there's not really much else. Okay, now that we've gotten that, we're going to loot ourselves a barracks. Because these barracks have tons of treasure chests, but they're all locked. Of course, I'm helping myself to a bunch of soldiers' personal belongings, but hey, I'll put them to better use than they ever would. A tower shield, not bad. Unfortunately, this is where we encounter the problem. You know the one. Oh, it's Sheridan. Ugh, Sheridan. So I take it you're ready. Glad to hear it. Trying to slip away without a goodbye? Not at all. What do you think? What do you think of my group? I hadn't realized you care what I think. You didn't even ask me for advice. You could have chosen me, you know. My father would have let me come. And I've never been to Eramon. But I guess you're learning to follow the rules now that they're making you a knight. Is that it? I'll say goodbye. Did you have something to tell me? The goblins are getting stronger. I don't know what might happen next. Agree to meet me in the road so I can keep you informed. But then it's agreed. Look for me. We'll have lots to talk about. Look forward to it, believe me. Too weak to pick the lock. This is the problem. She is at 11 health of 31 because she's used up all of her stamina picking locks. So now, if I want to pick more locks, I have to waste a bunch of healing potions to get her health back up. They do make stamina potions, which I could use instead. They're cheaper and heal large amounts of stamina instead of small amounts of health, but I don't have any. And boy, do I need the money here. Okay, I think that's about it. There's one more of those boxes underneath the castle that I want, that I would love to pick open, but they're too high of a level, even for Brenna at level 5 lock picking. So that ends our adventures within the castle. It's finally time to get this adventure started properly. Hopefully this didn't take too much time. No one ever said the game was fast. It's very dialogue heavy. It's going to be a lot of talking. I really hope you like the sound of my voice, because you're going to be hearing it a lot. I mean, I could just not narrate what they say, but it's not like they have voices so we could listen to. Alright, now we can begin our adventure for reals. After this cutscene, of course. Take a long look. If you can see it through the fog. Eramon isn't far, but we may not see Gwernia again for a long time. We've looked long enough. I like Gwernia, but I love an adventure. I hope you don't mind we stop for herbs. Not at all. There may be something to help end that curse. I wonder if we'll meet other travelers along the way. I think we will. Well, whatever happens, I'll miss the castle, but I think we're ready. So, on to Eramon! Yeah, on to Eramon as soon as I'm finished looting these buildings. You didn't actually think I was gonna leave the town without first getting everything I could out of it, did ya? A book. Beckon's Journal. Spring. I write this in the springtime following the Battle of the Lonely Mountain. They say I saved His Majesty, and maybe I did, but at what cost? In what coin did I pay that debt? Summer. Armor. I wear it to protect myself against the enemy's blows, yet what I wear to armor myself against my own thoughts. Brown the leaves turn this dismal season. Look at me, for pity's sake. I sound now like some mincing minstrel, overreaching for rhyme or reason. Winter. It is done. Even my sword now grows rusty. I dishonor my compatriots. I must find solace in the mountains. Perhaps their echo will find my heart once more. Perhaps their echo will fill my heart once again. I will go to Eramon. So there's a dude named Beckon, and you can find him in Eramon. Naturally, he's a party member. I don't think I'll actually recruit him. Not that there's anything wrong with Beckon. He's perfectly acceptable. A map. Map 2. Huh. Oops, no way. I don't know what maps. Probably filling in the map sections. I honestly don't know. I didn't remember there was a map up there. Oh, that was an interesting barn. Just a random journal that's been lying there for who knows how long. I mean, how long was that journal there? I think the most important part is to go up this cliff. We're going to have to take care of our very first quest. Or was it down the cliff? Was it this? I think it's this room. Hello, ma'am. Could I ask you a question? Don't you dare speak to me in that tone. Is there anything you can tell me about the village? It never rains, and we're never helpful. Excuse me, ma'am. Yeah, that's what it comes with not having high diplomacy. People tend to be extremely rude to you. Whew, creepy looking fella. Well, what brings castle folk to my inn? Are you hungry, thirsty, weary from road? If so, you've come to the right place. Would you like a meal or a room? You look troubled. Trouble? In this establishment? Ridiculous! Nothing could be further from the truth. Why, you won't find a better resting place in this kingdom, not even at the castle itself. Now, whoever's been spreading that silly gossip about my cellar is, well, obviously just a no-good tongue wagger, easy to mislead strangers. We've got nothing to hide here. What's wrong in the cellar? It's nothing. A trifle. You have no need to be afraid or find another inn. Those bats never come upstairs. Never interferes with the guests. At least not very much, so I suppose I get rid of them for you. Would you? They frightened half my customers away. You see, the cellar adjoins the caves just beyond here. There must be a hole in one of the walls. A small hole, but large enough for those treacherous bats to slip through. I can't prevent it. Certainly not without going into the caves myself. And I'm certainly not going into the caves myself. Certainly not. Don't worry, sir. I'll be glad to help. You do, and I'll make it worth your while. Cedric's not one to overlook a kindness, squire. Then I'll start right away. The bats keep coming back, though, almost as if someone had trained them. Bats in the cellar, you say? There's a bat in the cellar of the inn at the town. A single giant bat killed in one round. Only 75 XP, but if I were to leave, it'd come back now. But here's the hole. Oh, it's a goblin. There's a goblin in the basement. The goblin was sending bats up, I guess. This is a good axe. Oops. You can run, but you can't dodge. Well, you can dodge, but you can't run. I had it backwards. I will just smack him in the back of the head with a stick. And he's dead. Well, that was simple. And scale. Hey, other armor. What's this? Stealth potions. As the name implies, it'd just be a way to... You use one of those and it boosts your stealth skill, which helps you sneak around a little bit, but they're actually not that great. Except for selling. That's pretty much what potions are good for. Other than healing potions, you just sell them. Okay, back already. How did it go? Your troubles are over, Cedric. Splendid, that's wonderful. There was a reward, you know, 100 gold. Oh, we don't need... Say no more, you'll accept the reward happily. After all, I got a 10% commission. Well, in that case, thank you. We'd like a room, too. By all means, squire. And now it's daytime. It's actually a good thing that I got a room, because it was nighttime. Getting all along the way tonight. Just check these inn rooms. There might be something. No, nothing to steal. Not gonna rob you blind, Cedric. Have fun with those bats. Well, you're not gonna have bats anymore. I've taken care of the problem. Now, before we leave town, one of the things we need to do is visit all of the shops and trainers and make sure there are no skills that I need to pick up before we head out. Because having skills is very important. Very important. And there might be a lootable somewhere. I mean, maybe a bag of gold lying on the floor. It happens sometimes, and sometimes not. This looks like a shop. It's got a sign on it. Here we go. Are you open for business, sir? Ah, newcomers, what brings you to the shop? What should I know about the town? Say, lad, have you ever noticed how mournful poor Fallon looks since the death of his wife? Do you wish to buy something or train something? I want to buy something. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Dagger, hatchet, hunter bow, javelin, mace, saber, short bow, yada yada yada. Let's see here. Throwing knife. Base hit 35. What's this? This is 35. So this is a garbage weapon. Why is she even equipped with it? Base hit 70, but damage is only 1. So this would be a good sword if you had really bad accuracy. I'm gonna get her this throwing knife. She's not gonna be able to hit anything with it right away, but that's fine. Let's see. Let's see. This is 55 and 3. Nah. Javelin. This is thrown. Requires 14 strength. It's better than the dagger. Oh, I already have one. Oh, what a waste. Oh, well. Let's see. What do not need? That should be my first thing. What's this tower shield? Minus 6 dexterity. 6 defense, 5 protection. I don't like minus 6 dexterity. Because dexterity is king. So I'm going to get rid of the tower shield. And the small shield. Well, I'll sell one of them. But I'll get rid of these large shields. Gotta keep that, gotta keep that, gotta keep that. These are all the important stuff. I'll get rid of this broadsword. Wait. No, I'll keep the broadsword, but I'll sell the club. And the dagger. And keep the javelin. And the short sword for now. Staff I don't need. There, I made myself some nice money. I now have that much. Let's see what training he has. Alchemist, diplomat, healer, loremaster, mechanic, merchant. Ranger, stealth, thief, troubadour, warrior, wizard, half-dead. This guy's got everything. But it's all at level 1. So one must be careful. He doesn't have any spells, though. No spells. So, wizard, warrior, troubadour, thief. Stealth? No. Needs... She only has 300, so... They don't have much experience to pick things up. I want mechanic, and I want merchant. Ranger is also pretty good. Ranger increases the amount of herbs, gems, and spices you harvest from naturally occurring sources. Also helps camouflage your campsite, prevent monster ambushes during the night. You can get ambushed when sleeping. So you've got to be careful. We don't need thief because we have Brenna. It only takes the highest thief and stealth. And since Brenna's gonna be our thief, she doesn't need that. He's got warriors. Hafted, good. Don't care about pole or throne. Alchemist isn't great, but I'll pick it up anyway. Diplomat, I need that. You should have Troubadour already, yeah. Let's see, anybody else need anything? Well, no one can afford anything. I only have 300 experience from everything. But that should do. That should do quite nicely. There's probably another shop in here somewhere, but I'm not too worried about it. What about you, buddy? Are you open for business? Ah, newcomers. Everybody's talking about how mournful Phelan looks since the death of his wife. This guy's got healing potions. I'll buy one. I'll buy one healing potion, and then see what he has to train. He's mostly the same, though he has really high mechanic. Wait. There's one thing that I did want. But I don't think she can actually afford it. Oops, I didn't want to buy something. I want to train a skill. I want Rita to learn how to use a shield. 200 gold. She needs 100 experience. That's just nonsense. Why even bring it up? Now, I did pick up that diplomacy. But that's not actually going to help much. Can I ask you a question? What is it, Squire? Is there anything you can tell me about the village? I suppose a traveler would want to know that the innkeeper can be bargained with. So there's that. Well, I suppose that's interesting information. So the only thing I really want right now is for Rita to have the ability to learn how to use a shield. Because honestly, I don't want her stuck using a staff. The staff has 45 base hit, 2 damage. This is 40 base hit and 3 damage. She needs higher strength to use it. But she could use the short sword and then a shield, but she can't actually use shields yet. She can learn how to use it though. It's very important that you do so. Here's that suspicious guy. Who is he talking about? Did they send you to talk to me? Did they? What are you talking about? Nothing, move along. It's pretty suspicious. Also, fun fact, this bridge is glitched where if there's a way to camp on it, and if you do, you have a chance to get ambushed by some of the toughest enemies in the game. How unusual. But now it's time to go out on me adventure. And if I had talked to everybody, which would have taken a huge amount of time, there would be 1 or 2 people who mentioned, hey, there was something odd off to the left of that bridge. So I'm going to go left of that bridge and see if I can't find what was so odd about it. Other than some bats. But with a full party of old, very large, very angry people, I'm sure bats aren't going to be a problem. I keep forgetting, I must accidentally equip the shield at some point. Put on a shield, buddy. Oh, can't equip that item in combat. Oh well. I know you can swap weapons in combat, but I guess you can't put on shields. Giant bats galore. But I could take on giant bats all by myself. Why is Rita so low on health? She didn't do anything. Now Brenna, did I equip the... No, I didn't equip him. Oh well. It's not that big of a deal. So Rita will just stab these... Well, try to stab them. She'll do a terrible job of it, but hey, what can you say? Now, I do need to be kind of careful, because in this game, death is permanent. If one of my party members dies, they are dead and gone forever. You cannot revive them or get them back. You'd have to go find another person to go and hope and try to get another party member to join you. But as long as we're careful, that shouldn't be a problem. Like, these even bats aren't that scary. Come on. Just stab him real quick with a dagger. Good job, Rita. No, not Rita. Brenna. My mistake. Oh, Squire, you're so slow. Somebody needs to level up their agility ASAP. I guess he's not losing so much agility since he's got his shield unequipped. See, look at Abrakan just blow through these bats. She's just brutalizing them. Which is pretty much how it's gonna go until everybody else gets enough experience to catch up to the guy. He's gonna be the first one to hit stat caps. At which point there's not gonna be anything to spend his experience on. It's gonna be kind of awkward. But it's fine. That just goes to show how tough he is. This bat's not getting many turns. It's trying to run away and failing each turn, I guess. There, now she can learn how to use a shield, which is what I'm going to immediately turn around and do after I grab this treasure chest. I think there's a treasure chest. This treasure chest around here somewhere. There it is. A dagger? I don't need that. Okay, let's fix this inventory problem here. So we will equip the small shield, and then she will equip the, for now, throwing knife, because she doesn't have enough strength to pick that up. She doesn't have enough strength to use the javelin. So she'll just use a throwing knife for now. Because she's the squishiest one. She can't learn how to use shields. And I definitely want her to know how to use shields, so... A new journal entry has been added. What does it talk about? It's because I found this. Oh, this isn't fun. This is that's kind of gruesome here. Now, before I open that chest, I should probably save. Why? Well, because there's a trap. Trap successfully disarmed. Pick the lock. Chaos Sword! Okay, so this sword is actually really crappy. Like, its damage is 5, but its base hit is 20. You're not gonna hit anybody with that. Like, you could throw it on Abrakan, who has the highest chance to hit. Oh? Uh-oh. I was being watched. Report. You are certain he has found our camp. The mistress will not be pleased. We must be more careful with this boy. More careful indeed. Soon he will be hers. How ominous. I wonder if there's anything over here. Nope, doesn't look like it. But you never know with the short draw distance. So I'm going to run back to town and I'm going to train Rita in shields so that she can actually use them, and then we'll get on our way, finally. This is different. You're talking to me? What did they tell you? That I burned down that village? They lie about everything. You shouldn't listen to them. You think they'll tell you the secret? Or explain that camp? Do you believe what they say about that? Is that it? Did they send you? Are you deaf? They? You know. You took the ring, didn't you? Does it belong to someone you know? Are you trying to be amusing, foolish boy? Would you like to see it? Are you mad? The rings were the relics of the lost Namer. If I should see the ring, let me guess, you'd be cursed, right? Or would they come after you? Or maybe the goblins would find you and do something really terrible. What about all the... What do you do all day, anyway? Run around this forest trying to scare harmless travelers? You know, the knighthood is a terrible thing to waste. I hope they don't make you a knight. Does the king know you're here? Does the king care anymore? That's the question. They I don't know anything about a ring. Why lie to those who might help you? So this guy seems to be talking about the ring that I picked up, as well as the camp that I ran into. I don't know what you're planning, boys. Oh, hey, here's something. Potions. Nice. I didn't realize. Well, good enough. But now I'll get back to my real objective, which is training that shield. Oh, hey, a treasure chest on a roof. Who'da thunk? 10 whole gold. Wow. But now that Rita's all trained up in... Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, come on. Move around. I have to go around the whole building. Are you kidding me? But anyway, as I was saying, now that Rita is trained up in shields, she still needs to train warrior. She can learn it. Because I know she's supposed to be like a wizard and casting the spells, but she's not terribly useful for that. She learns a whole bunch of different buffs and debuffs, which can be useful, but that's not going to help when it comes time to actually punch the bad guys in the face. So we got to spend some extra time and effort to level up her physical skills and abilities until we reach a point where she can easily max out her spellcasting, because actually leveling up spells and the like is actually very torturously slow early in the game. You just don't get enough experience. Enough experience fast enough to make any kind of difference. Especially since she doesn't have any kind of direct damage spells. She only has buffs and debuffs. Oh, that's a lot of rats. Large numbers of rats there may be, but I'm not particularly scared of them. Especially since Rita can now throw daggers. Don't do a lot of damage, but that'll change once she gets her hands on the javelin. But I gotta level up her strength in order to do that. So this is pretty much how it's gonna go. I'm gonna be leveling up everyone's strength until they hit the minimum requirement of the equipment I want them to use, and then I'll be dumping the rest of their points into agility until that's maxed out. Oh, I forgot to put Rita's shield on. Oh well. Throw that dagger. Whoosh, and a miss. It's gonna happen a lot. Dagger doesn't have a lot of accuracy, and she doesn't... Ooh, critical hit. Bam! One dead rat. Yeah, that dagger doesn't have a lot of damage or accuracy, but it lets her attack without getting too close, which can be a major problem when you're fighting tougher enemies and you don't want the squishy rogue to be instantly murdered. That's what Abrakan is for. For murdering people with great prejudice. Plus, being able to kill someone without having to run up to them is very handy. It reminds me what I usually have. What I usually do is have Aileron equip some sort of bow. Just let him be the missile character so that he can kill enemies without having to run, because usually what happens is you kill all the enemies and the reinforcements come, but the reinforcements appear on the other side of the frickin' map. You gotta waste so many turns running over there. Like, why you gotta appear over there? But if you got a guy who's proficient in powerful missile weapons, you can start picking them off right away without having to run up. And waste so many turns. Ooh, we got some levels. I'm getting some decent experience from the sheer number of rats we've murdered. She can level up her strength, which I will do for now. And then Brenna also needs strength. She only got 8 strength. Whew. Aileron, do you have enough for a dexterity yet? You do not. That's gonna be a while. Meanwhile, he's not gonna be doing much. Well, the best I could do is just murder things. So now I need to go to Aramon, the land of the... Oh, a wolf! It's the wolf! It's the wolf! It's all but one single wolf upon the road. Well, I'm not on the road, but you get what I mean. Nighttime's falling, so I gotta be careful. I gotta camp. I also gotta remember to go talk to Kendall's wife and tell her what happened. Alright, Wolfie, bring it on. Ah! You managed to hit Sir Abrakan. How fortuitous for you. Unfortunately, Sir Abrakan can also hit you. This wolf's a lot tougher than the rats. That seems fairly obvious, but it's only one wolf. Meanwhile, Aileron has done nothing once again. His stats are so generalized that he doesn't have a lot of agility, and that means he's completely worthless because agility is the most important stat in the game. Takes him forever to get to the fight, not to mention he only gets 1 round to everyone else's 2. It's quite silly. Yeah, this is an alternate path that leads to the forest, but I need to go back down there. After I've gone through up here, I'm sure there's a spot later on that I can use to get down. I think there's some items around somewhere. And I definitely don't want to miss that. Hey, look, a treasure chest. I knew it. Healing potion and some leather boots. Normally, I would say, hey, let's slap this on the main character. And I probably will, but I gotta give consideration to everyone else because I don't want them to die permanently. Because if Aileron dies, it's game over, and I'll just have to reload, and that's like whatever. But if someone else dies, they're gone. Period. Forever. 50 gold. I picked up 50 gold. It's not much in the long run, but oh well.